Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's Perspective with IRA. Back once again. Okay, first of all, first and foremost, I think I can say this for both of us. Happy Veterans Day to all who have served or who are serving. I'm looking mighty shiny. To all who serve, to all who are serving, we are, even as we gave 42 years of our lives, we are still appreciative to the men and women, even today, especially today.
Yes, we are.
Because it is not it's not an easy lifestyle. So thank you to all the veterans,
Thank you.
near and far. Hey, Margaret, and congratulations on your newest grandbaby. And Bridget, hello, hello, hello. Oh, there's Mary Bradford.
My sister.
Sugar Am I thought that's what you were going to say.
Sugar Am.
So what we decided to do today was, rather than coming with a topic, we just said we would go open forum. And any questions that you have, just put them up on the screen and we're going to try to address them.
Be
careful. Be careful about what?
Yes, I'm not going to answer any and everything.
Well, okay, you won't answer any and everything. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you, Bridget. And let me put out this disclaimer. We are not marriage counselors, and we do not pretend to be married.
No.
We don't even play marriage counselors on TV. Okay?
I don't play like that. No.
So when we on TV, our roles are never as marriage counselors. Okay. So if you have any questions, thank you, Margaret. If you have any questions, shoot them out there. We're gonna read them and try to go for it. Okay. So in the meantime, can I ask you a question?
No, impromptu question? Be careful. Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what we have works, and has worked for, almost 30 years. If you had to say why it works, what would be your answer?
That's a real impromptu.
You live it.
I don't know. Yeah, two people that love each other,
Hey, Carolina.
and neither one's controlling. I mean, you're willing to accept change, willing to do things that we don't like to do. I mean, I can't put my finger on one little thing that makes it work.
Hey, Sister Rome.
It just takes two people willing to give and not wanting to control the situation, but just enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I hope that's an answer.
Well, it's your answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying.
That
Right.
would be your answer, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Right. And I think for me, I think we are a very good team. And teamwork, the slogan goes, teamwork makes the dream work. But I really do think we are a good team for each other. Hey, Baron, neither one of us trying to boss the other. And I let me just confess. I will openly confess.
Did you boss?
Well, I didn't say I was bossy.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying that early on in our marriage, you know what? Especially because when we first married, I was on the drill field, and he was recruiting, and we did both of those B billets at the same time when we were first married. And I remember him distinctly on several occasions saying, "What did you used to call me?" He's okay, Napoleon.
Yeah.
I am not one of your recruits, so you need to fix it up, change it up. But I think we've learned, and I think we've grown over the years, and we just make a really good team.
I agree.
I think we make a good team. Okay, so nobody has any questions for us. Can I ask you another
Because
one?
they have perfect relationships. They listen to Dr. Kelly.
Hey, Mother.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
Mother, talking about happy birthday. Mother, what you know about happy birthday?
That was yesterday.
We're still celebrating. As a matter of fact, our ball is tonight, so we're still celebrating. Hey, Mother. So can I ask you a question?
Oh, my God. Again?
This is one
okay.
you already know. Okay, I'm going to ask the questions for a few more minutes. Okay, because I sort of think the way we met is a very cute story. Are you going to tell the truth?
Absolutely.
Okay, so how did we meet? Tell about how we met.
On a blind date. On a blind date in San Diego.
Hey, Shima.
I was a recruiter, passing through San Diego, and one of our mutual friends asked me if I wanted to meet a nice lady. I said, always. And went from there.
You ain't telling a good story. You're not telling it like...
I don't want to tell the whole story. You have 3 minutes. That's a long story, and it ended up pretty doggone good. I mean, it really is. It's a good story.
Okay, well, it is a good story. Can I just add my version of it?
Yeah, tell them about when you asked me to marry you. That's what they want to hear that.
Okay, I'll tell that part. Rhonda say tell the truth. Okay, so here's the deal. We did meet on a blind date, and he was you were smooth because he sent roses to the office before we had agreed to meet. Again, down in San Diego, we were going.
Men always send roses when they want something. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, did you get what you wanted?
Yep, sure did.
You better tell the people that. You better tell the people.
I was all over it.
Okay, first of
no,
all,
I didn't.
Right, thank you very much. But, okay, so when we first met and we went out and, we liked each other and it was just a really nice, it was very, very nice. But then 2 weeks in, this brother asked me to marry him. And I have to tell you this, okay, because this is the nice part. This is the amazing part to me. Marriage was not on my plan. I planned just about everything, and marriage was nowhere on my plan. According to me, I had another 6 years before I was even going to start thinking about marriage. And so that was just like, whoa, I mean, that was not part of the plan. So 2 weeks he asked me to marry him, and then I took a week and I prayed about it.
A week? Was that a week?
That was a week because it was on week 3 that I said yes.
Okay.
And the yes, 3 weeks, okay, so 3 weeks into this thing. And you know what, I never used to tell that story because I didn't want young people to say, oh, wow, look, it works for them. And then you go run off and you don't, okay. The one thing I did know how to do, I absolutely knew how to pray. And so I got my confirmation. I never once went to my best girlfriend and said, oh, what do you think? Do you think I should? And oh my goodness, I never had to do that because I got my confirmation. And then we separated because I went back to the East Coast. I went to the East Coast. He stayed out here on the West Coast, came back, and I think like a week later we were married. We had our ceremony. We were married. And so, and now that is almost 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Wow, 30 years ago. And so I just, I don't think it takes a long time to recognize a good thing.
It all depends on your foundation, Hollie.
What's the foundation?
The foundation. Well, our foundation. If two people are grounded with the same beliefs, the same goals, Hollie, and you'll know. It doesn't take a year or 6 months. I mean, sometimes relationships do. I mean, because you want to get to know each other. We grew together, going through our trials and tribulations, learning each other,
yes.
Learning more about our likes and dislikes, and the reason why we're able to be successful is because neither one of us was one of those type of people that was an authoritarian where I was never afraid to be wrong, and you were never afraid to be wrong. If I was wrong, I'd apologize. If you were wrong, you apologize. Mm-hmm. I didn't try to be right all the time, and you didn't try to be right. That makes the difference.
That makes a big difference.
And that can cause, and if you're not that type of person, it can cause a lot of problems in relationships because someone's going to try to be alpha.
And actually, yeah, yeah, that's true. And you know what? I also believe that communication has always played a tremendous role. And I will say this, that typically Kelly will initiate the conversations. And so I say, your relationship is your relationship. It's your relationship. So, it has to work for you. Mm-hmm. What goes on in one relationship and works beautifully would never work in other relationships. But It's depending on what the two of you have decided will work. What the two of you have decided is acceptable.
And in every marriage, there is an acceptable role that we all play. Like, let's just keep it real simple. I know that on Tuesdays it's my responsibility to take the trash cans out.
I don't even think about it.
And you don't mind washing dishes.
Yeah.
You like doing the books. You know, I don't mind changing the oil in the car. Certain these things here. I don't say that this is hers and that's mine. We just certain things we just don't mind doing. I don't mind, you know, giving up certain responsibilities. The ones that I've been doing all my life before you, because I'm not a control person.
Ms. Carey says, I was wondering how you balance the differences in personalities. Oh, she said you answered my question. Okay, yeah. And we have different personalities?
Yeah, I'm a lot more outgoing than you are. I mean, I could go anywhere and start a conversation with anyone anytime. Well, you can too, but
yeah.
I don't control. If we're out and about and she's engaging with people, I'm not a needy person. I'm not gonna sit there saying,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. It
wouldn't work for me either, because I don't need that. We're not high maintenance. Not at all.
Yeah, that's true.
We're one, but we still have our own identities, and we have our own likes and dislikes. She likes saving the world movies. I like killing flicks. Bam. Yeah.
So I will go with him to them.
Yeah, and I won't go with her. Yeah, every now and then I go watch Saving the World movies. She like this crazy lady. What's that lady's name?
Oh, don't say her name on. Yes, Kelly. Kelly, yes. So I think it's a matter. If we are determined, here's what I really think is the bottom line for that. If you are determined to make a relationship work, you will do whatever you need to do.
Absolutely. Don't ever be afraid to be wrong.
I will grow. I will listen. I will learn to listen, because the investment in my marriage means enough to me, or the investment in my relationship with fill in the blank, whoever the person is. If it means enough to me, I will grow and change and stretch and compromise.
And don't sit there saying, I know. I can't stand people that do that. You're only in conversation with, and you say, I know. If you knew, we wouldn't have to have this conversation. You didn't know. That's all.
I think that's just a natural reaction.
No, it doesn't matter. We're talking about, growing. And if I say, did you know that I much prefer you to make the beds over me? So I know. You didn't know that. You didn't know because I just told you. I'm saying communication without making a person feel like that you everything I'm trying to tell you, ask you to do, you already knew. You don't know. You know now that I'm telling you. Don't be a know-it-all.
Don't be a know-it-all. That's going.
Don't be a know-it-all.
Because that's a pet peeve of his, and I already know
we
that.
We learn with our ears, not with our lips.
Yeah. So, I just think that anything can work if both people are willing to put out and to put themselves on Front Street with vulnerability and learn to listen and change. And I just really believe that. Oh, Solly. Solly's on.
Solly? Who's Solly?
I only know one Solly.
My cousin Solly?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can say hey to Solly.
Hey, Solly? Wow.
Okay, so what?
No, nothing. I didn't say a thing.
So listen, we're going to get out of here, and I just think it's important that we make the decision before you ever get into a relationship. If you want it to work, you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to be willing to change and grow and all that kind of stuff.
What about the ones that are already in relationships? That sometimes people having difficulties because basically a forced opinion, someone trying to be controlling over every little thing and trying to be right with every little thing.
Hey, Ira.
Hey, cuz.
You know what? Again, if you're already in the relationship and it's raggedy, it's going downhill, things are not working right and things are going haywire and you're getting to the point where you don't know if it's worth it, I still think the decision has to be made. At some point, you're going to have to make the decision sooner, like before you even start the relationship, or midstream, 20 years in. If things are going downhill, I'll tell this because this is not a secret. right before both our girls were going to be gone, we got serious about this and said, look, I need to know after the girls are gone if I still like you. Do I even know you? What's going on with you? Because too often marriages crumble and disintegrate after the kids are gone. And, you know, it's like the kids
you have no
were...
common interest.
You have, right. The common interests have gone and they're divided, and now you wake up and you're like, who are you? When the kids are not there to buffer anymore. So we went to counseling. We wanted to make sure we started dating again.
She
What?
wanted to go to counseling.
Absolutely.
I agreed to go.
Okay.
I didn't need any counseling.
Okay.
She needed the counseling.
Okay, but here's the thing. It takes two of us, right?
Right.
Okay, and when I wanted to go, because I knew, maybe I was the
I
only one.
always tell you, Holly, hello,
Yes.
I'm here. Don't forget about me. I know
Yes.
you have all these things going on. Hello, I'm over here. Oh, baby, you know, I'm going to do this, but I see you, baby.
Yes, he's
Okay,
very,
okay,
he
good.
has always from the beginning, he always says, you got the busiest mind in the world.
Busiest mind in the world.
And so he says, I have too much going on most of the time. And so, again, if he had dropped, he had dropped on the priority rung of where he should have been. So when I wanted to go back, it takes two to tango, I asked him to come and he agreed.
Yes.
But was it beneficial?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it was very beneficial. And so don't be afraid of that. I don't care what you're used to, or, you know, nobody in your family ever did this, or, you know, culturally it's not okay. Look, if you have made the decision that you want to stay in the relationship and let it be beautiful, I don't want to be racking up the years and miserable. You know, that's not impressive.
agree.
Well, we've
No.
been married 32 years now, and you're miserable. That's
Well,
not
my mother
impressive.
stayed with my daddy and my
Yeah,
cousins.
I'm not trying to hear all
They
that.
stayed together. Won't happen.
But I don't think it has to be an either or. I think you can work on it. You can be vulnerable, put yourself out there, and like I said earlier, grow and train and stretch, and
It takes two.
it takes two. And I'll go back to the teamwork.
Yeah.
We make a great team. We make a very, very good team. So I'm gonna keep this brother. I asked him, could we, you know, renew the lease for 5? He said, no, let's just take it one at a time.
1 year at a time.
So I'm back on a 1-year lease, you know, but I'm gonna keep it. Okay, and thank you for all who are joining us again, and happy Veterans Day for all who served and the families, because you serve as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, until next time, take real good care of yourselves.